Beginner's HTML Tutorial, Step-by-Step Guide. Step 1. Open a text editor. For Windows, Notepad. Open Notepad. Windows 8 or later, press the Windows key and type Notepad, then press Enter. Windows 7 or earlier, go to Start All Programs Accessories Notepad. For Mac, TextEdit. Open TextEdit. Open Finder Applications TextEdit. Change Preferences. Go to TextEdit Preferences. Under the Format tab, select Plain Text. Under the Open and Save tab, check Display HTML files as HTML code instead of formatted text. Step 2. Write HTML code. Type the following HTML code into your text editor. Doctype HTML. HTML. Head. Title my first web page /title. /head. Body. H1 Welcome to my website /H1. P This is my first paragraph /P. /body. /HTML. Step 3. Save the HTML file. Save the file. For Windows, go to File Save As. For Mac, go to File Save. Choose a location, pick a folder where you want to save your file. Name the file, type index.html or index.htm. Set the encoding, make sure the encoding is set to UTF-8. Step 4. Open the HTML file in a browser. Locate the saved HTML file on your computer. Open the file in your browser. Double-click the file. Or right-click the file and choose Open With, then select your browser, e.g., Chrome, Firefox, Safari. Detailed breakdown of HTML code. Document type declaration. Doctype HTML. Defines the document as an HTML5 document. Root element. HTML. /HTML. Contains the entire HTML document. Head element. Head. Title my first web page /title. /head. Contains meta information about the HTML document. Title element specifies the title of the web page, shown in the browser's title bar or tab. Body element. Body. H1 Welcome to my website /H1. P This is my first paragraph /P. /body. Contains the visible content of the web page. H1 element defines a heading. P element defines a paragraph. Example of the HTML page in a browser. When you open the index.html file in your browser, you should see title in the Browser tab, My First Web Page. Heading on the page, Welcome to my website. Paragraph on the page, This is my first paragraph. Viewing HTML source code and inspecting elements. View HTML source code. Press Ctrl+U, Windows, or Command+Option+U, Mac, while viewing the web page in your browser. Right-click on the page and select View Page Source. Inspect an HTML element. Right-click on an element, or a blank area, on the web page and select Inspect or Inspect Element. The browser's developer tools will open, showing both the HTML and the CSS for the selected element. Conclusion. Congratulations! You've created your first HTML web page. Here's what you've learned. How to open a text editor and set it up for HTML. How to write and save a simple HTML document. How to open the HTML file in a web browser to view the result. How to view and inspect HTML source code. Keep experimenting with different HTML elements and attributes to enhance your web page. Basic HTML examples. This chapter introduces basic HTML examples. Don't worry if we use tags you haven't learned about yet. HTML documents. All HTML documents must start with a document type declaration. Doc type HTML. The HTML document itself begins with HTML and ends with /HTML. The visible part of the HTML document is between body and /body. Example. Doc type HTML. HTML. Body. H1 my first heading /H1. P my first paragraph /P. /body. /HTML. The doc type declaration. The doc type declaration represents the document type and helps browsers to display web pages correctly. It must appear once at the top of the page before any HTML tags. The doc type declaration for HTML5 is doc type HTML. HTML headings. HTML headings are defined with the H1 to H6 tags. H1 defines the most important heading, and H6 defines the least important heading. H1 this is heading 1/H1. H2 this is heading 2/H2. H3 this is heading 3/H3. HTML paragraphs. HTML paragraphs are defined with the P tag. P this is a paragraph /P. P this is another paragraph /P. HTML links. HTML links are defined with the A tag. The link's destination is specified in the ref attribute. A ref equals https://www.earlwebmaster.com. This is a link /A. Attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. You'll learn more about attributes in a later chapter. HTML images. HTML images are defined with the img tag. The source file, src, alternative text, alt, width, and height are provided as attributes. img src equals earlweb.jpg, alt equals earlwebmaster.com, width equals 104, height equals 142. Viewing HTML source. To view HTML source code, click Ctrl+U on an HTML page, or right-click the page and select View Page Source. To inspect an HTML element, right-click on an element and choose Inspect. HTML elements. An HTML element is defined by a start tag, some content, and an end tag. For example, H1 my first heading /H1. P my first paragraph /P. Nested HTML elements. HTML elements CA. NB nested, meaning elements can contain other elements. All HTML documents consist of nested HTML elements. Doc type HTML. HTML. Body. H1 my first heading /H1. P my first paragraph /P. /body. /HTML. Never skip the end tag. Some HTML elements will display correctly, even if you forget the end tag, but it's good practice to always include the end tag. HTML. Body. P this is a paragraph /P. P this is another paragraph /P. /body. /HTML. Empty HTML elements. HTML elements with no content are called empty elements. The BR tag defines a line break and is an empty element without a closing tag. P this is a BR paragraph with a line break /P. HTML is not case sensitive. HTML tags are not case sensitive. P means the same as P. However, W3C recommends lowercase tags in HTML and demands lowercase for stricter document types like XHTML. Tag descriptions. HTML defines the root of an HTML document. Body defines the document's body. H1 to H6 defines HTML headings.